inside it was another note. The teacher unfolded it. My stomach drops. It looked almost identical to mine. That is why she was taking long to reply as well. This bitch was so smart. She had a plan B. I don't know how she did, but she tried to do my handwriting as well. While she had a plan B, I had plan four to nothing. Same handwriting style, same folded corners, everything. The teacher read it silently, then looked at me. Erica spoke again. She kept trying to pass me notes during detention. I ignored the first one because we were supposed to stay quiet. Ugh, already pissing me off. She pointed towards the paper in the teacher's hand. I wrote on that one that I didn't want to talk anymore. Then she looked down at the floor almost as if she were embarrassed. I think she's upset because I wouldn't keep passing notes. That's what she said. I remember blinking once, twice, 3 times. Wait, what? That wasn't what happened. What? Even now, years later, I have to admit it was clever. And I use that idea sometimes. Anyway, not because it was impossible to prove wrong, because it sounded believable. The story wasn't completely made up. It borrowed just enough truth to make the rest seem possible. And that's what made it dangerous. The teacher looked at both notes again. She compared the folds, compared the handwritings, compared the timing. From her point of view, it looked like 2 students blaming on each other. Only one of them looked calm. The other, well, I was practically vibrating with frustration. Guess which one looked guilty? The teacher folded her arms. Erica, yes, miss? You may go. Oh, just like that, I watched Erica quietly gather her things as she walked past my desk. She didn't smile, she didn't laugh, she didn't say a word. She simply glanced at me for the briefest second, then she left the classroom, the door clicked shut, silence. The teacher slowly turned towards me. I already knew that look. It was the same look my parents gave me whenever they said, "We're not angry, we're disappointed." Ooh. She sat back down at her desk, picked up the classroom telephone, pressed a button, looked straight into my soul, and said 6 words every child fears hearing. "I'm calling you parents right now." Dun, dun. Got closer to the camera, so let's begin the next part. Forget the note, forget the fashion show, forget the detention. At that exact moment, I wasn't scared of the teacher anymore. I was scared of what was waiting for me when I got home. I did not beg the teacher there to not call my parents because I knew Erica was smart. My mind went, what if she is listening outside the door since it's closed? What if she knew my weakness back then? For a 12-year-old, meme was my parents' lecture and my mother's flip-flop my biggest fear. She could use that information against me, and even more worse, she can tell everyone that I get the flip-flop as if it's a secret. Every Hispanic mother doesn't do that. Anyway, so I stayed quiet and sucked it up for a few minutes that I was there in that classroom. The only thoughts that were running around my head were, Lord, please give me hope and light because I cannot see in this situation and I want revenge. I held myself so back. Why? Because once this person was close to me and now it's not anymore. So yes, still I had a soft spot seeking for divine intervention. It's all cool until you realize that you have a soft spot for someone. Then you kind of don't want to see that either, like the karma and the bad stuff. I mean, that was in my case back then. So immature, sorry about that. So immature, so how do you say, trustworthy. So like, this is a Wings world. No, darling, this is not a Wings world. Anyway, so I held back. I wanted to cry, old me, but I kept strong. No crying now. I just have to think instead of revenge. How am I going to deal with my mama when I get back home? Not only was I thinking about my revenge, but I was like questioning myself if I should take revenge or not. But also, no time for revenge. I need to think what my mama is going to say about this. Oh, so it was time. I had to go home. As soon as I opened the door, I'm not kidding, my mother, I can see her sitting on the sofa on the living room. The sofa is facing backwards. She slowly turns her head towards me. With death glare, she says, "Come here. I promise I won't do anything." Lies! Because that's what she does next. She will, oh my god, she reassures me. I tell her, no, but you're gonna do something. But she reassures me like 3 to 4 times. And I'm not even that. I'm not sitting on the sofa yet next to her. Or like on the other side of the sofa. Like there's 2 sofas and there's this. Ow! I just hit myself. And then there's the other side of the sofa. I just hear from the back. Phew! I'm like, what is that? I turn around. Big mistake. I should know from experience to not do that. But I still fail. Anyway, I turn instead of running away, and I see something. It's too late. It's on my face, and yes, it's dirty from the floor. It's my mother's flip-flop hard on my face that left me a mark on my nose. Anyway, I do not cry. My mother gives me another death glare. Then I start to cry. The flip-flop did not do the job death glare does. Then I sit down and say, "Mama, it was not like that. No success." My mother pulls up with my past and uses it against me, which is my bad grace. And then events from kindergarten of how I used to be so naughty. That I got into trouble back then. Kindergarten. Until now, she's trying to correlate and match those to make sense of this situation, because in my parents' eyes, back then, by the time I was 13 or 12, I had to be a doctor and a lawyer, since Brenda next door learned literature in the age of 11, and now she has a book in line. Or when they compared me to a smart kid, one of those geniuses on TV, then glare at me up and down. Anyway, after the argument, the big mark that left on my nose, I hear my mother talking nonsense along the lines of "back in my days." Those talks, I filter the sounds as noise and label them as music in the background while I focus off the distance, keeping a sad face and next to the sofa that my mother is sitting on, I think this is behind, I cannot remember properly the positions. But I notice 5 minutes later, because I'm so focused on it, there's a mirror, of course, and from the reflection I see my brother standing on the other room with the door a bit open, sneaking his Nintendo SD, because I'm talking loud, my brother can hear. Oh, you know what, let it be. His Nintendo SD, because back then our parents did not allow us to have phones, so the only contact from online outside was either the computer or the shitty Nintendo that we had. And we didn't have 2, we just had 1, and my brother and me will fight for it. That did nothing, and I can see, oh my god, the angle, the position, he's taking pictures of my misery. I swear to you, my head fuming. I know for a fact he's going to blackmail me into buying sweets, like free sweets, with my €1 miserable allowance from my parents. No way. Then at that moment, my mind decides to be evil. That moment, my mind decides to work for the first time. Not when I'm in trouble with Erica and the teacher and the runway show. No, the world can be evil, and I decide to show to my enemies that I sleep with the light on because I'm a chicken. At times. And don't even get me started on the revenge, me holding my revenge back, because I have religious morals. But no, if it's my brother, my brain goes, okay, calculate a tornado times a black hole with the Einstein theory, and let's throw it at I'm so rude. Because because what my mind went at that moment was, oh, he's using a picture against me to show it off probably to my friends and embarrass me to get sweets. Don't worry.
Oh, she's mysterious.
When he's sleeping, I will get... Sorry, it's the next line. I will wet his bed with water just on the very side and a bit of it so it makes it look like he wee-weed himself while he's sleeping, but just a bit so that the water doesn't hit him fully and he wakes up from the shock. Then I take a picture carrying the massive PC screen because I did not have a phone, a proper one back then. I don't know how I will manage it, but to top it off, I'm not going to say this. He sleeps with flower pink bed sheets. My bed sheets he stole. Once in an argument we had